something, give us energy. It can give us a boost when we feel down. And I think that's so important. Not to mention just being able to be with him is such a beautiful experience. And to read his word is to just have knowledge of who he is and what he desires for us. Our daily reading today was Acts chapters 4-6. And I specifically want to focus on chapter 4, verse 13. And here's what it says. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were uneducated and untrained men, they marveled, and they realized that they had been with Jesus. That's the part I want to focus on. That last portion of that scripture verse says they realized they had been with Jesus. There was something about these men that stood out among everyone else, and that was Jesus. How many times in our own lives can we say that in all ways that people can look at us and say, they serve Jesus? There's just something different about them. That reminded me also of what Jesus told his disciples in John verses 35 of chapter 13. It says, everyone will know by this that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another. So that's a challenge to us as Christians and how we treat each other. Are we yelling at each other? Are we losing our temper with each other? Are we being unloving towards each other? If we are we reflecting Jesus? Can people know that we are a follower of Jesus if we are not loving towards our brothers and sisters? Also, in Matthew chapter 7, verses 15-19, it says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruits. Any grapes gathered from thorn bushes? No. Or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Now we know that right here Jesus is talking about false prophets, false teachers. But I think it also can be a reminder for us that the fruit that we're bearing needs to be the fruit of the Lord, the fruit of the Spirit, like Galatians tells us about. So that's the challenge for today. Do some self-reflecting and see if you've been giving in to your flesh or if you've been giving in to the Spirit of God. If you've allowed the Spirit of God to be bold in your life and to be the one thing that most people can see, not just most, actually, that all people can see, if they see the Spirit of God, they know you're a follower of Jesus. They see something different in you because you're a follower of Jesus. I hope that can encourage you and challenge you just to self-reflect and to seek more of the presence of God and more of his word so that when people see you, they can marvel and say, they serve Jesus. They're with Jesus.